Fucking Ryan.
Poo-poo peep.
Fucking Ryan. This motherfucker has the balls, has the audacity.
Hey, that's what I'm using to record my audio.
The audacity.
The audacity.
To just comment on one of our episodes and be like, oh, I would love to come back for a Starfield episode. So guess what? It's another fucking Starfield episode. But, you know, we're going to do it a little differently this time. Fuck you, Ryan. Stop making that noise. You're the one making that noise.
My hands are off of that little... I don't have the little, what is it, Elgato foot switch thing, so that's not me.
Oh my god, I forgot that exists. Kyle. Oh my god.
That one's not going through, right? That one's just us that can hear it. The Discord sound effects took.
If I play any of the other buttons, they'll be able to hear it.
Okay. We are... This is an episode. All right.
Yeah, welcome back to the Joystick Junkies. Let's go.
Hello everyone, this is Kalyb Boudreaux, the editor-in-chief of An Extraordinary Life.online, and this is Joystick Junkies. Kyle's a bitch, Ryan's back for some reason, and he wants to talk about Starfield. So
Starfield.
I want to start it off a little.
Starfield.
I want to start it off a little differently. If we're going to talk about Starfield, let's talk about how fucking toxic the community is around console wars. Because they are now calling for Alanah Pearce to be fired from Sony Santa Monica because she openly likes Starfield, an Xbox exclusive game. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about it. But also, you are very, very white today.
Well, you know what they say. You are what you eat, and I have quite a lot of white powder. But... It's mostly just sugar, to be honest. I mean, look, how else am I going to get these bitch tits?
Jesus Christ. Dude, I don't know if I'm mentally prepared for an episode of a podcast right now. I am so
Welcome back
sick.
to the show, Chuckle Nuts.
White powder?
God, what is that like G Fuel or something?
It is my favorite flavor of gamer subs called Titty Milk.
Oh
God.
I was expecting
Guacamole Gamer Fart's actually green.
What? Ew.
Your gamer farts?
It's the Russian Badger's G Fuel flavor, Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000 or something like that.
Yeah, it's surprisingly like green.
Oh my god.
That is like hella green.
I don't know if I would want to put that in my body.
No.
Yeah, dude. Nostrils first.
I want to ask you guys, what are your thoughts on this whole console war shit? Because I know all three of us have Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, give me about 2
Obviously,
seconds.
we play on PC. So, like...
I just found my PS4 Pro, if that matters.
So, I sold my Series S about a week and a half ago just because I never used it. I sold it on Facebook Marketplace, bundled in with that screen attachment that got sent to me. And, I never played it, and it just sat on my shelf. I'm like, this is just money I could use for something else. So I sold it on Facebook Marketplace for about, say, like $290 or something, because it came bundled in with that screen attachment. And the dude who bought it thought it was the coolest thing ever. He was a trucker, too. So he's like, dude, I can now play games in between drives in my truck with this little like laptop Xbox. Like, he thought it was the coolest thing ever.
Dude, it reminds me of the meme that's been floating around of the truck driver who says, all right, time to take a break, hops into the passenger seat and plays Euro Truck Simulator.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No,
I forgot about that shit.
A console with a screen attachment, like if I recall correctly, the GameCube also had like a portable screen you could attach to it. But like something like that's perfect for a trucker. And the Series S is such a low power console, like I can't imagine it would drain too much of the truck's battery either.
No.
No, that portable monitor that I bought, I can plug into the front of the PlayStation 5 and power it off of that.
Yeah, that's what
I
a
use
Series
a lot.
S monitor does. Like it just runs off, and you can plug it into the wall, but you can just power it like off of the console.
Yeah.
And it has 2 HDMI ins as well, so if you wanted to plug in like a Roku stick to it too, you could. But there's no need for that because all the streaming apps are on the Xbox. But I'm getting carried away with the tangent here.
Yeah,
Console
because
wars,
we're supposed to be
think,
talking
are-
about the toxicity of console wars.
Yeah, so
I
console
can't
wars
get
are
over
stupid.
the ghost face that Caleb's pulling off right now.
All right, look.
It's so bright.
I don't. For some reason, I don't know why it is all of a sudden, but it's not even bright. I've seen this window so much fucking brighter, but all of a sudden it's just like hitting me with fucking highlights. It's ridiculous.
That auto white balance goes burr.
No,
Just go to a tanning salon.
That's the crazy fucking thing. I'm not even on auto white balance. I tried to white balance it myself. I just fucking hate Razer. It's so bad. Like, I looked up before buying this camera, like a year ago now. I looked up on everything, like the best budget webcam.
C920, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yep.
This came up as number one. It was obviously
Wrong.
a fucking lie.
Wrong.
So,
Kyle knows. This is going to be a massive tangent, maybe, but Kyle knows I used to be pretty heavy into Razer stuff.
Okay,
And then I got my first Logitech product and went, oh, Razer sucks.
Oh, quality. Now,
Yeah.
Razer has come back on their keyboards and headsets and mice.
But this was back in 2014.
Yeah, this is like 2014, 2015 era where all it was really heavy garbage mice with bad sensors.
I
yeah,
had the Razer
And their
Death Adder
keyboards
V2,
were garbage.
and I think the keyboard was called the Razer Deathstalker. It was like
Yeah.
membrane. It was like super
Yeah.
thin.
Yeah, it was their low profile membrane that they were selling as like a gaming keyboard. When, I mean, if you ask me about gaming keyboards, I will recommend one that's not even a gaming keyboard.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Anything from Keychron. Fucking just buy it.
That's what I bought
So-
before you helped me build this board that I use now, though.
Yeah,
But-
that one's a GMMK. That's actually really nice.
Okay, but back to console wars, though.
Back to
So-
the
Console-
original fucking topic.
Fuck you, Caleb.
For me specifically, and I think this could go for a lot of consumers, I hate exclusivity because I just want to be able to play any game on any console. Right? If I don't own your piece of plastic, a piece of software is being taken away from me, and I don't like that concept. Now, I understand why they exist, because if they didn't have exclusives, like there needs to be some way to convince you to buy PlayStation over Xbox. And the way PlayStation does it, even though they've made some stupid moves recently, like hiking up the price of PlayStation Plus, removing a lot of the games that you get with PlayStation Plus, they cannot compete with Game Pass either. But Sony, you're getting like those big blockbuster, story-driven, massive single-player games like The Last of Us, Spider-Man, God of War, Uncharted, and that's what sells those consoles. On Xbox, their current move is Game Pass. A couple bucks a month, you can play any game out of this library of like 500 games. By the way, our new heavy hitter Starfield is on Game Pass. And then there's Nintendo minding their own business 5 years behind everybody else with technology.
No. Let's be honest. Nintendo, the only reason they sell consoles is because they closed down their previous generation's eShop and forces you to repurchase 50-year-old games for full
Well,
Yeah,
price.
but they've got that market cornered. Everyone
They
wants
have the
Pokemon
exclusives.
to play.
Pokemon,
Everyone
Even though
wants
they
to
come out
play
at 15
Legend
frames a
of
second.
Zelda. True, but they want to play it. And the thing that Nintendo does right is no one else makes a game like that.
Yeah.
They dug out their core audience and fans in like the early 90s and just stuck with what those people love.
Yeah.
And so if you're a fan of Zelda, or if you're a fan of Smash Bros, if you're a fan of Mario or whatever, all those games, you pretty much know you're going to get a product of quality because they don't come out every other year or every year like something like COD. And so they're always going to be huge steps up. Now, Breath of the Wild to Tears of the Kingdom is a little bit of a weird one because it runs in the same engine, but Tears of the Kingdom, they did enough different. I still don't think that they can justify charging $70 for a Switch game that just does not compete on the same level of graphical fidelity or frame rate as modern other competitor consoles. But like the console
there is
wars,
real no competitor to Switch and Nintendo in general. It's
Yeah,
always been that way.
yeah, I just think console wars are stupid. You're just like, and there was a whole South Park episode about this that I loved. But
No,
it's just
let's
like,
be
I like
completely
my piece
honest.
of plastic.
No,
like,
no,
we
no,
must
no.
go Team
There
Xbox. Like,
There was never a South Park episode. There was a South Park trilogy of episodes.
okay, yeah,
The
Princess
the-
Kenny.
Princess Kenny, the Black Friday Boondaroo.
And those 3 episodes were their way of announcing the Stick of Truth, right? Like it culminated in announcing the
Yeah.
South Park video game. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love the Stick of Truth.
No,
That's one of my
console
favorite
wars,
games.
My
just can't
favorite.
get behind it.
My favorite meme from South Park video games was the difficulty slider in the fractured butthole.
Yeah. No.
It's horrible. It's literally the color of your character's skin, and it's like, this won't actually affect gameplay, just every other aspect of your waking life.
But that's what South Park does. It makes fun of current hot topic issues, and that's why I like South Park, because a lot of outlets are afraid to joke about politics or to joke about like hot button issues, but South Park just doesn't care.
Yeah,
they'll make fun of everybody.
And they've been doing it for so long that whenever somebody gets annoyed, but whenever somebody gets annoyed, they're just like, oh, well, that's just South Park. Get over it. Like, they're just nothing's gonna stop them from doing that.
Well, and I think it's because they also make fun of everybody. Now, if they continuously, specifically targeted one group of people, and only that one group of people, that would be different. But they make fun of
anything.
Southern Texan rednecks, bro.
Anything. They make fun of anything.
They make fun of everything, which is why
they don't care.
Yeah. But, God, tangents. Wow.
But
exclusive titles, console wars, I think it's stupid. I think consoles, like, looking back, the whole concept of having to pay for your internet twice is very, very, very annoying.
Oh my god!
I don't miss it. Like on PC, you know what I don't have to do? I don't have to have games for Windows Live to be able to play PC games online. I can plug my computer into the internet and play those games without having to pay to access my internet that I already pay to access.
So as someone who has grown up through Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 and all of that, I understood paying for Xbox Live over getting free multiplayer with PlayStation 3 simply because Xbox Live was so much more freaking stable than the PS3 multiplayer was.
The Xbox 360 was my first like console that I owned, and that I still have my Xbox 360, and my brother ended up getting one too for Christmas the next year because like we would always want to play some games together that didn't have split screen.
Yeah.
But
so
I miss split screen.
Speaking of PS3 multiplayer, how many times was it hacked again?
Way too often. Way too fucking
every
often.
5 months, my friends on PlayStation would have to like wait to play again together because the network was offline because of a hack. It was like every 5 to 6 months. It was insane.
No, I remember. Go away, Nick. You're so fucking loud.
How am I loud?
I heard you through my headphones. You go and
They're open back, bro.
Hi, Caleb. Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Nick.
This fucking idiot.
Bye.
This fucking guy.
And that was the
He's asking me if I want to go get food.
I mean, hey, food is great. Food is good.
I mean, in his defense, we're usually done with the podcast by now. Kyle was just a little late.
But in my defense, he doesn't do anything. So, but no, I just remember, what was it, Black Ops 2.
Ooh, that was such a good
Coming
fucking
home,
game.
Came home from school to play Black Ops 2. This was like
2013, 2012.
Yeah, so this was like right when I got my first smartphone. So, I didn't really know anything that was going on at the time. I go home, I'm like, okay, let's go play some Black Ops 2. I sit down, load it up, and go, oh shit, it's hacked. And then immediately pull out my phone and read through everything. Apparently it got hacked like while I was at school. I was like, great, no Black Ops.
Yeah. And it happens so often. Like I had a very close friend who went from, he was very tempted to go from PS3 to Xbox One. And they almost had him. And then they did the whole DRM, can't share your games. Like, the console wars, I think at the end of the day, like, I can understand. Yeah, I can understand brand loyalty and wanting to be. It's like Apple versus Android. It's stupid if you really get down to it, but people are just somehow inherently attached to the things that they buy. They want to feel justified in a purchase of that magnitude, right? Because $500-$600 to a lot of people is a lot of money.
Yeah,
and
but
so they
going
want to
to
feel like
the
their
point,
$500 to $600 is more valuable than yours that you dropped on the green box instead of the blue box.
Yeah, but going to the point of calling for someone to lose their fucking job over liking
circling
it.
back to the whole
like,
Alanah Pearce thing.
They
is just stupid.
They tagged Cory Barlog the head of the
I
studio,
watched the video,
in the
yeah.
fucking tweet, and she's just like,
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about it this morning. Like, he's fucking loving the game too. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
like, no one's
it's
gonna
so
fire me
stupid.
over this.
I think it's similar to
Dude.
like the film industry, where if like a big film like Oppenheimer comes out, like a lot of competing directors and actors working on other projects are going to go watch the red carpet premiere because they're enthusiastic about the industry as a whole.
Yeah.
It's not
Barbenheimer.
like Oppenheimer was a big movie, Starfield's a big game, and
Fucking
thing-
Barbenheimer.
yeah. No, dude, I never watched the Barbie movie.
I didn't either.
Wait, you know,
No.
Kyle, hold on.
What?
I'm gonna let you talk. But you know what I just realized? Why the last couple of episodes of the podcast have gone so smoothly? We haven't had to fight Ryan for mic time.
I'm
That's
sorry,
easy.
I talk a lot.
Mute. No. No. Okay. So I'm doing a little bit more research into the network outage for PlayStation. Apparently, in 2011, it also happened, and it was 24 days.
Yeah,
I remember hearing
that.
about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
That was so bad.
If I recall, something happened to Xbox once, but I don't remember that many. Like when I first got my 360, I didn't have online play.
I think it was a
like
joint hack though with from Lizard
Yeah,
Squad or something like that.
Yeah, it was a
Lizard
joint or Xbox Underground.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was. It was Xbox Underground, and they attacked Microsoft multiple times between 2011 and 2013. But it wasn't as bad as Sony's just network went. They had to rebuild the whole entire database.
Wasn't it just easier to get through to
Jeez.
Sony's network than
Yeah,
Microsoft's?
yeah.
And
They
that's
had
why,
less.
yeah.
They had less security because Xbox had all of the background of literal
Microsoft, yeah.
protection.
Well, not even that, but you also have the infrastructure paid for monthly by subscribers. So
Yeah.
Oh.
you could afford having people just on that infrastructure.
Yeah, but I want to finish talking about the whole Alanah Pearce thing, but there's something else I want to say about the whole Xbox, because Xbox canned Xbox Live Gold. It's not a thing anymore. It's now Xbox Game Pass Core.
Yeah.
So
Is it really?
Yeah. So the games with gold doesn't exist anymore. You basically just get a handful of select titles from Game Pass to play every month or something. Like they,
Yeah.
but you can't just add them permanently to your library anymore, which is kind of annoying. Because that was one of my favorite things of like, I finished all my games. I was a kid. I didn't have a lot of money to go throw at a new $60 title. And then here comes games with
Dude.
gold. And I'm like, oh, I'll play Super Meat Boy. I've never heard of that. And then I played it. I'm like, wow, this is fun. Or Castle Crashers. Wow, this is fun. Like,
Yeah. What in the... Don't mind me being confused on why my web browser thinks that I have my temperature set to Celsius. I about lost it when I glanced over and saw 32 degrees and went, huh?
I wish.
Knowing Texas, I mean, that is a possibility
Yeah.
for it to be 32.
Y'all
Welcome to
freaking
Texas, where it in the same 24 hours, it's 106, 32, clear, and also stormy.
Yep.
all at the same fucking time.
Either
Well, I
all at
mean-
the same time or all in the same area in the same set of 24 hours.
Yeah.
Dude, driving home from work, I'll hit 110 heat wave, 75 rainy, and then just chill in 15
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah. No,
No.
but so the whole concept though of trying to get somebody fired because they work for an adversary is stupid. Like Alanah Pearce works for Santa Monica Studios, I believe, and she works at the studio that develops the God of War franchise, I think.
Yes.
And so she works
Which, fun
is
fact-
employed by PlayStation.
They also They also worked momentarily on the 6 Days in Fallujah franchise too.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Fuck
But,
you, Ryan. Hold up. You claimed you saw that video. You claimed you loved it. And
I did
you
watch
didn't
it.
even know that? It literally says
Dude,
it in the
okay.
fucking video.
In my defense, the video came out when I was at work, and so I had an AirPod in listening to it while I was stocking shelves. So if something slipped my mind, there's a high likelihood that a customer came up and spoke to me during that part of the video. Because what I do doing work is have YouTube on autoplay and just listen. So I rest my
Just
case
the
on that.
fuck you, Ryan.
I didn't watch the video. I listened to the video, and I left a comment saying I
Jesus.
liked it because I liked what I heard. Didn't hear that, I guess.
He heard
But-
the intro and went, "I like it."
Dude, I listened to the whole video. Like, do you guys know the podcast Play, Watch, Listen?
Nope.
Yes,
Okay,
it's Alanah's
Or what about-
podcast.
or also Friends Per Second. I listen to
That's
both of
also
those
hers.
at work all the time. Friends Per Second's not. Alanah's
Yes, it
not
is.
on that.
Yeah, she is.
No, she's not. I watched an episode today. It's Skill Up, Jake Balladino from Game Ranks, the Completionist, and some chick who's not.
Some chick
thinking
who's
it
not
was
her.
Laura. No, the chick's not her. It's the, you know how you could zoom in on mobile on YouTube? I just zoom in and this is the face. I don't know who this is. This is not Alanah, but I think their name's
I could
Laura
have
or
sworn
something.
that she was on that podcast like multiple weeks in a row. Maybe she was one of the founding members and they changed her.
Or she was a guest or something. I don't know. I don't
I'm
follow.
looking at the podcast that she's a part of. The only one that shows on Wikipedia. Who knows when this was updated? It says
It's
Rooster
Play,
Teeth.
Watch, Listen.
But-
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't-
she
who
hasn't been
knows
with
when
Rooster
this was
Teeth in a
uploaded?
while.
Yeah, no, I don't follow
Yeah.
her career that closely.
I
Fun little
don't
tidbit
either.
though. When The Last of Us Part 2 came out, I used to have a Instagram account where I would post like video game screenshots, and she went through and like liked a couple of the screenshots that I took of The Last of Us Part 2 when the game like initially came out. But the whole reason we're talking about Alanah is basically there's people on the internet petitioning to get her fired from her position at Santa Monica Studios because she likes Starfield, and she's talking about how she likes Starfield.
Starfield good.
Starfield
I'm gonna
good.
lose my job.
Yeah, but like I think the concept, just to wrap this whole conversation up, of just wanting somebody to get fired because they like something that an
That's
adversary
so
makes
dumb.
is stupid. Like, because she has a life outside of being employed by PlayStation. So, like, let's say you work at Target and you go shop at Costco. Does that mean you hate Target? No, it just means you're buying stuff at Costco. It doesn't matter. Like,
Well, that's like me saying that I like my competitor's company.
Can confirm it is
Their
a shit
software
company.
is better, but their software is better.
No, the fuck it is not.
You want to know why it's better?
Hold up. Yeah, because you
No,
guys
no, no.
built it.
No, because they built it. We bought rights to use it, and we fucked it up.
Whoa. I don't think.
I'm just here.
Revolution is the sole designer of that software.
I thought it was
by the way.
You told me the opposite.
No. Revolution is the one who created that software.
Interesting. So, speaking of safes, hold up. Please tell me you guys have heard the whole Liberty
The
Safe
Liberty
debacle.
Safe thing?
Yeah.
I watched Brendan Herrera's gun meme review on that.
So,
Liberty
So,
Safe from
as
everybody but the
someone-
feds.
yeah, go
No,
ahead,
for
Kyle.
people that don't know, I work for a company that makes safes, and I was giggling hearing about this because I'm like, good luck getting into ours.
Well, it's not even that. Like, you just okay.
So stupid.
So, Sergeant and Greenleaf is the one that makes their
Yeah.
things, their locks. Every digital lock does have an override code that sets it back to factory.
Yep.
Yes, they kept so like here's the whole thing about it. They kept a log of it. People say they shouldn't have kept a log of it. Understandable. Perfectly fucking fine. I agree. What I agree with more is the fact that they weren't served with a warrant.
No.
They were like, this house is served with a warrant. Oh, okay, here you go.
No, dude, the whole situation, like, I can
it's so
understand a little bit of both sides, but the reasoning behind it was stupid. Like, let's say this person was like an actual convicted, like, murderer or serial rapist or something horrible, and they needed to see some stuff to close doors to give families condolences or whatever. Sure. But this dude was investigated just because he was there
So,
on a specific day in January of
I
2020.
completely
Not that he was-
agree
not
with
that he was
the
involved.
investigation.
Not that he was involved. He was just there.
So I completely agree with the investigation. I completely agree with everything. But what is the point of having a safe if it can just be opened. So this goes back to an old I want to say, when was it, Kyle? Like a year and a half ago, when Congress was trying to introduce a bill that prevented encryption
Politics.
on. Well, no, it's not even politics.
No,
but
it's not.
They were trying to prevent encryption on any storage device bigger than a gigabyte.
What?
Yeah. They were
That's
trying
like any storage device now.
exactly. They wanted to prevent encryption, or at least have a backdoor built in from the factory to be able to go through and jailbreak and like break through encryption on devices if they arrested somebody. At that point, what is the point of encryption? It's specifically to keep things hidden. Now, I don't have anything that's like, oh my god, he's trying to hide something. Why else would you be like? But no, like the
Press
literal.
exit out.
Fuck you. The literal.
Your illegally downloaded movie library, Caleb. The FBI's on to you. Do you
No,
not
that's
see
mine.
the self-incriminating
Kyle, you
evidence
wouldn't-
right here?
You wouldn't download a car, would you? Actually,
I have.
no. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have with your 3D printer.
Okay. Haha, funny joke. I downloaded a gun. Fight me. It was
We're
a Nerf
all
gun.
on lists now. Thank you. I
Dude, I've
appreciate
been
it.
on a list forever.
For legal reasons, I don't have a 3D printer. Okay.
Neither
No,
do
I
I. But no,
Yeah, they
like
want
one.
from me.
it's,
No, okay,
it's
so
literally encryption's there to make jobs harder.
yeah.
Like it's to help secure your digital property the same way a safe would secure your physical property.
And it's not just to keep it from big government or whatever. Like, it's to
No.
keep it from just general bad actors, hacking
Yeah.
groups, or whoever's trying to get into your stuff that
Well,
you don't
no,
want
no,
them
no.
to access.
Even with safes, my pistol safe has a secondary override that I can use if, say, the battery dies.
Yeah. Mine doesn't,
Now, I mean,
but
it's just there that's there in case the battery dies. But if someone had the intent to get into my safe, all they got to do is just pick the lock on it.
yeah.
It's not hard.
No.
What are you gonna get? Fucking nothing.
But see, that's the whole point that makes this whole fight annoying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because sure, it's there to secure your property. It's your
Yeah.
Fourth Amendment, the right against unlawful search and seizure.
Almost forgets his own Fourth Amendment.
But, like, they had the warrant, which is...
No, they had
Still.
the warrant. They had the warrant for the property.
Yeah.
They could search anything, but the whole point of it is that's your job. Get into that safe. Have fun. Do whatever you need to do. It is not, unless Liberty Safe was hit with a subpoena to get that override code, they should not have given it to them. Under any circumstances. It is
Yeah,
not
this-
their position
yeah.
to give out that information. Like that's what is making everybody so annoyed.
Yeah. Okay.
But it
well,
like
I mean,
it's like if you have a backdoor into a hard drive that's encrypted, and it's like, hey, just for instance, I'm a journalist, right? I have some very big information and big evidence against this big politician for corruption, and he has some hands into the DOJ. This is nothing against Donald Trump. I'm just saying, like, I have all of this, like, very bad information about corruption and evidence and everything. Now the DOJ is coming after me. All they have to do is go to Crucial and be like, hey, we need the code to the back door so that we can get into his encrypted drive.
Let's do it. Every single
Like-
member of Congress, every single member of the House, every single politician will be arrested within 24 hours. Let's do it.
But you see what I'm saying though? Like,
Yeah.
it's having back doors is great until they're used
Oh, yeah.
against you.
Yeah.
But
dude, my
as
whole
long
job
as you make
is
the
using
rules,
the back door.
Exactly. But as long as you make the rules, it will never be used against you. It's always used for you.
Yeah. Shut up.
God damn it, Kyle.
I heard your joke, Ryan.
My
For
whole job is
preference,
using the
for
back door.
preference,
Yay.
it's on software.
Yes, he cannot actually
Yeah.
backdoor into the save, guys. Like,
I
he
mean,
can't
I
open it.
could.
I'm trying to fucking save you, Kyle.
He's just digging himself a deeper
God
hole.
damn
man.
it.
No, but like I
I've already
can
dug myself 6 feet under. I don't care.
Yeah, like I understand why the FBI would want to get into that safe, right? It's literally their job. But to Caleb's point, which I didn't really consider, like, but did they just ask and Liberty Safe was just like, here you go?
Yeah.
Like there was no.
According
like,
to every report, yes, that's exactly what happened. They're like, "Hey, we have a search warrant to search this house. One of your safes is in this house. Can you give us an
but
override
then-
code?"
Yeah, but then this brings up the whole, and this is not my mindset, but I can understand that this is where it comes from. It's just
Oh.
like, well, why don't you want us in your safe? What do you got to hide?
Okay, if under that exact, and we can change topics, but under that exact point, what's your banking information? What do you have to hide? What don't you want to see on your bank statements? Just let me know. What's your email address and password? Come on, just let me know. All I want to do is see it. What do you have to hide?
Well, once again, I'm not saying that I agreed with that standpoint.
But you see what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
That argument can be used for literally anything. What do you have to hide because you don't want
Yeah.
me to see that? That could literally be used for anything.
Yeah.
I love this. There's one from a former FBI agent said that Liberty Safe did the right thing. No, they fucking didn't.
No.
They did the right thing to make the FBI's job easier.
Yeah, and that's not
But that's
their
it.
that's not their position.
That's
That's not
literally
their
it.
right.
No. I mean, even in general law, if you get pulled over, an officer does not have the right to go through your car without prompt agreement between the both parties,
Yeah.
unless they have a suspicion. They didn't have a suspicion to go through his fucking safe. They just went, we want to look at it. Call up the owner and go, or the manufacturer, can we get access to it? And they gave
So
him
what
access.
did have they disclosed what they found in it? Like,
No.
was it just a whole lot of nothing?
It was a whole bunch of nothing, I bet. If it's
It-
anything like
it's a
any
gun safe.
it's a bunch of
Yeah.
bullshit.
It was a bunch of guns and ammo. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like my family has a safe. We call it the vault, and it's important documents. And then we have another safe, which is guns and ammo.
yeah.
Exactly.
I have one that's specifically for physical things, and I have one that's specifically for digital. Like, but the whole thing is just fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, it's stupid.
No, like
It sets a very dangerous precedent, but I do like what Liberty Safe has said after that. They're like, if you want, from now on, if you want your record expunged, by all means, let us know the serial number. We will pull the override code from our files, but at that point, don't ask us for the override code. If you lose it, it's up to you.
Yep.
Which I completely
enough.
agree. Completely agree.
puts override code in safe, forgets code. Uh-oh.
Well, but that's the thing. The override code was already in the safe. All you had to do
Yeah.
was take the back panel off of the door
Yeah, that makes
and then look at
sense.
the back of the Sergeant and Greenleaf lock.
Yeah, because that would be like if you were going to resell the safe on the secondhand market or
Yep.
something, or like if you were
Yeah.
going to get rid of it, you needed to override. Yeah. No, dude, the whole situation, like I heard about it, but didn't have much time to look fully into it. But it's kind of wild to think that they weren't even subpoenaed. Because if they were subpoenaed, it would be a completely different story, right? If there was some sort of legal documentation served to them that said, hey, you have to give us access to this for a matter of national security, sure. But that's just not what
Yeah.
happened.
That's completely
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, this
like I
is
said, as long as you have a subpoena or a warrant from the court for that specific thing,
Yeah.
by all means, go ahead. But like, you didn't have it for that specific thing. Liberty had no reason to hand over an override code. They were just like, oh, we support the blue. And I know I'm going to get a lot of flack, especially from my family, for that. But you know what? But you know what? I'm legitimately like...
The blown out no eyebrow movement was perfect. Couldn't tell what you did. I just saw you go,
His
That was
forehead
it.
wrinkled a little bit. That's what I did.
not even. No.
Look, hold on. Let's see. Can I block it up? No.
There we go.
No, and like I'm all for back in the blue, but at the same time, people deserve their privacy, and that was just not handled correctly at all.
Exactly. But you know what was handled correctly? And it wasn't
This
that
segue
segue
to
to our
our
sponsor.
sponsor.
No, it wasn't that.
Not
I
your
was
white
waiting for you
balance.
to do it. Yes, my white balance is far from handled correctly. But no, Todd Howard, when asked about the game's optimization, straight up said, and I quote, "I guess you just need to upgrade your PC."
Yeah, I saw that video.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So Todd Howard did an interview, and people were asking about, like, you know, he said something along the lines of, like, you know, we did a decent job optimizing this game for PC, but, you know, it might be time to make some upgrades for next gen or something like that.
I'm
Despite
looking at it.
literally 40 series cards, like, having trouble with them.
Okay.
Why did you not optimize this game for PC? We did.
Okay.
It's a
like,
next gen PC game. There is no next gen PC. The fuck?
PC2
dude, it's
win.
PC2. Let's go.
Yes, the next gen game that can't even handle small interiors without a loading screen.
No. Well, so, like, I really do enjoy Starfield, but Creation Engine is old.
Sir, this
Well,
is
it's
Creation Engine 2.
Yeah.
It's Creation Engine 1 with a pretty face. They gave it a little makeover and put a whole number on
No.
it. That,
Pretty face with a great big waist.
Okay, let's just put this into perspective. They have a whole new engine for this game. CIG, with their Star Citizen, they literally took Amazon Web Server and went, let's take their Lumberjack engine and just embed it with a whole bunch of random bullshit. And the only issues that game has is random bugs.
Yeah, I've had some pretty fucked up bugs. Like for the first 20 hours, I was perfectly fine. Loaded it up on my laptop, which has a 3060 Ti.
you're talking about Starfield now and not Star Citizen, right?
Yeah, Starfield.
I was just talking about the fact that they have embedded Lumberjack with a whole bunch of random shit, and it's more stable than Bethesda's own fucking engine.
I would hope so with their fucking hundreds of millions of dollars in funding. God damn.
Yeah.
Hey, at least Starfield came out first. It was announced
Oh!
while Star
Star
Citizen was in
Citizen's
development.
been out for a long time.
Early access.
Alpha, buddy. Not even early access.
Yeah,
Alpha.
that's even worse.
Hey, but it's playable.
But, okay, you know what's come out from Bethesda since then? Fallout 76, and Starfield.
But loaded it up on my laptop, which, like I said, I'm pretty sure it has a 3060. I could be wrong, but runs
Oh, the
perfectly
muted
fine.
Shut up.
Runs perfectly fine on medium settings. No issue. All of a sudden, I was sitting at a job site waiting for parts to get there, just hanging out,
Fucking
load up
FedEx.
Starfield, UPS.
Oh, even better.
Their courier division.
Oh, God.
Oh, don't even get
You
me
mean-
started on that. Oh, they're like,
me about
oh,
it.
we'll have the part there at 1:30, 2 o'clock. Okay, cool. Next
Next
thing I
day
know,
by 10 a.m.
next thing I know, it's 12:30. I call them to be like, hey, just making sure that everything left on time. Oh, it's been delayed till 6 a.m. Now I can't go home and go to sleep, so I have to sleep in my van. But that's beside the point.
Yeah, it's a comfy sleep.
Oh, it was fucking horrible. But
I know those vans, don't worry.
24-hour shift. But the annoying thing was I loaded up Starfield, do a little bit of shipbuilding, upgrading my modules to like a better armory and all of these different things. And then all of a sudden, none of my guns work. On the ship, everything works. Both triggers work. Everything's fine. No issue. Go to planet and start attacking somebody. Right trigger doesn't work. Weird. Take out a saber. Right trigger works.
Hey, Ryan, what are you eating? Ah, it's a mouthful of nuts.
Cashews.
Got it.
You know, just like Tobuscus said, you know that cashews come from a fruit?
That is true.
I did not know that. What do they come from?
Peanuts are not nuts. Fuck you guys.
They're legumes. Legumes.
My
But
friend
yeah,
in high school.
Lagoon these nuts.
that
My
was
friend in high school kept calling herself a legume because, haha, racist joke about Hispanics.
Oh.
I don't get that one, but I also don't care to know.
So
That just lives in the back of my mind.
talk about racist jokes about Hispanics. So I started one of my favorite movies of all time is It. Great fucking movie.
Here, let me just be Ryan for a second.
Dude, it's because my white balance. I'm turning into Kalyb over here, man. I don't know what's going on.
But wonderful fucking movie. Started listening to the book. Okay. Holy shit. I know it was in the fucking 80s. But when I talk about every stereotype for every form of human being possible, you got stereotypical bad words for Jewish people, stereotypical bad words for, people who like the same sex, like horrible fucking, like, oh my God. And I'm just sitting there in the van. I'm like, oh my God. I know this was during the time that he did a ton of blow, but what the fuck?
I was not expecting that sentence. Okay, no.
He's even said it. He's like, yeah, I've come up with some crazy shit. It was a different time.
He's over there like, racism.
So this is actually a perfect bridge into a topic I almost forgot about. Did you guys hear about Xbox now allowing you to report users, and there's a strike system, and I think it's something like 6 strikes and you're out from being able to play online on Xbox. Like you can report their players' bad conduct online, and if you get 6 strikes against you that are proven to be bad, you're banned from Xbox Live.
Well, not only that, they've been recording Xbox Live communication for a while.
But they
Even
just
Call of
rolled
Duty
this
started
through.
it too.
Dude. I'm banned from speaking in game on Call of Duty.
Wait, what?
How many hours do you have on Call of Duty?
400 something.
Jesus.
They're about to hit 400.
Fucking why? Why are you banned from speaking on
So
Call of
I'm
Duty?
banned for 3 days. It was nothing racist.
I'm kind of scared
not
that it
have called
was.
someone something very, very mean. They got mad, reported me, and Call of Duty's like, no, you can't speak.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Back in my day, Call of Duty was just all like, just a bunch of shitty teenagers screaming racial slurs at each other. Now it's just like, you have to sign the code of conduct before you're allowed to play the game. We do not want hate speech in our online video game.
Okay, so if
Yeah,
you
back
want to
in
know
the
what I
day,
called
it would
them,
legitimately say ESRB rating does not apply to online play.
Yeah, because they couldn't control what people said.
if you want to know what I called someone, they were using a flame shotgun, and I may or may not have called them a pretty boy's pocket pussy. In reference to TF2's Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol.
That's just funny. If you can't take that, man, you should be
No,
playing
the moment I said that, I saw in the top right.
user is disconnected.
No, I saw voice chat unavailable and then a report against me for a community strike. I was like, holy shit.
Just like that.
Yeah. The moment that sentence was sent through, boom, immediately kicked from voice channel.
Well, see.
Oh, so
the scary
it wasn't
thing-
reported then. There's an AI. There's an
Yeah,
AI.
AI.
They're using.
But it was just instantly kicked from speaking
But
in
so
game.
I
I was like,
wonder-
damn, okay.
I wonder what word, because those are all words people say all
Pussy.
the time in different.
It was
No,
just
but people-
all of them together, I bet.
That's very oddly specific, because I've never heard those words strung together like that before. That was funny. I'm taking that insult. I'm gonna use that. That's in my pocketbook.
You know what the Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol is, right?
No.
I never played TF2.
It's a weapon in TF2 for the scout. And the reason why I said it is this dude was jumping around like a scout, killing people with one hit, which that's what this gun can do. It
Right
can do a
shield
lot
on
of
his
damage. Yeah,
So-
he had right shield on his back. So I
Speaking
called him
of-
Pretty Boy's Pocket Pussy.
Speaking of freaking TF2, I went and played the servers not that long ago. They're still using the old original Steam interface for all of their multiplayer.
Same with Gary's mod in Half-Life Online,
What the fuck?
because that's the back end for those games. Like,
Yeah.
they just have to.
Yep, the original Valve engine. It just the only thing with CS:GO is to skin over it.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
CS2, it's a skin over it. Which, I mean, some custom servers have those packages loaded in to where it's using a fancier UI. But that very rarely ever happens. Plus, it just allows modders to have fun. They can load their own textures and all that kind of stuff to it.
True.
No, but
So that it wasn't even like a racial slur or anything. It was just me
boy
calling him out
pussy.
as he was.
pussy, man. That's so
Yep.
funny. Well, and the thing is, like, I could go on about the riot shield problem in Call of Duty, and they have done nothing to fix it. It drives me absolutely crazy. They need to just add, when you put you should not be able to put a riot shield on your back unless you have a melee weapon, and I will die on this hill. The riot shield should just collapse and go like into a fucking like backpack or something when you're not using it if you have a gun or a flame shotgun.
Hey, I'm just happy it's not the Black Ops 3 deployable riot shield.
okay, but you can put down
You remember
deployable
that
cover
shit?
and then have riot shield on your back.
No, you remember that shit?
I didn't play Black Ops 3.
You can take your riot shield off your back, deploy it down
Oh.
as a mountable surface.
Yeah.
It was toxic as fuck.
I played Black Ops 4. That's when I came back to COD. I stopped
Because
playing
you could
COD
have
after
two
Advanced
people
Warfare.
and they could deploy it, they could vault over it to get the spots out of map.
I remember
And
that.
it had no cooldown. You could destroy it and put it back down as many times as you wanted. It was so bad. No, but I've actually tested the stupidity of the riot shield on your back in Modern Warfare 2.
Okay.
20 meters away with a shotgun. No riot shield, you die in 2 hits. You have a riot shield on your back, you die in 4 hits. How the fuck? At the same distance, the only difference is a shield on your back increases your fucking amount of damage that you can take.
By 2. Like, literally increases it by 2.
That's with a shotgun, a 2-shot shotgun. It doubled your fucking life. Because, what, you get an invisible shield? Like,
Yeah,
what?
no, I think the concept of riot shields in Call of Duty have always been divisive, and I think if you are running a melee build and you are trying to like level up knives or something, sure, you should be able to put a shield on your back because you can't protect yourself at range because you have to be right up in their face to fight them. But if you're using shotguns or snipers on shipment and you just lie down on the ground in a corner with a riot shield on your back and a black skin that makes it hard to see you and you just have a turtle, that's a problem.
Yeah.
And this game has such a huge turtling problem, and with Modern Warfare 3, they're just bringing everything over from Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3, so this is going to be a problem.
Am I too turtly for the Turtle Club? Turtle,
Shut up, Caleb. You're very,
Is this
very
a
white.
The camera issue is unfortunate. Yes.
Yeah. All right, do we want to talk about Starfield bugs now? Because
Before we get into Starfield bugs, I want to jokingly say that Perry called out the show.
Oh, did she?
I listen to her stream sometimes in the morning while I'm driving. It just sits on my passenger seat and just
I
listen
have
to
not
it.
had a chance to look at her stream.
And we were talking about they were talking about something, and it was like the difference between podcasts and talk shows. And I was like, oh, speaking of podcasts, you should come on the podcast again. And she's like, well, as we've explained, you guys don't have a podcast because you have video. Now it's just a talk show. And I'm just like, damn, okay.
Okay. I think the word show implies that it's broadcasted to TV. This is not broadcasted to TV. We are not
Technically-
Conan or Letterman or freaking Jimmy Fallon.
Technically,
Or Oprah,
we
or
could
Steve
be
Harvey.
We could be broadcast to TV because they do have YouTube apps on TV. So fuck you.
Okay, but I'm
So-
talking about like broadcasted to like actual television, like direct TV. My guy.
Here's what I love is she says it's not a podcast. The definition of a podcast is a digital audio file made available on the internet. We're on Apple Music, Spotify,
Well,
as a
Yeah, where
Audio
Spotify
file.
uploads, Caleb. That's where I used to watch the podcast and listen to them all. Now they're not there anymore. What happened?
because it's I ended up doing them in batches because
he's dumb.
No,
he doesn't know
okay.
what he's doing.
So let
He
me
uses
explain.
Windows for his RAID software.
Let me. All right. So Ryan, you know how to upload to YouTube. You can set it, fill out everything, and press schedule while it's still uploading, right? Mm-hmm. Cool. Spotify is not like that. Once you set everything up, you actually have to tell it once it's done uploading to schedule it. So most of the time, this is done right before bed, the day before it goes live, just because of how work goes.
Okay.
And I forget to press it in the morning. So I just end up forgetting to do it all together at this point. I mean, no one watched. You were the only person that listened to it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. I can tell you that without a doubt. I have looked at the statistics. There is literally 1 or 2 people that watch the show regularly.
It's me on Apple.
Okay.
I don't use Apple Music. I use Spotify.
Like I said,
I have an episode running right now.
I said, it's just the UI. The UI is so fucking annoying that it ends up being easier to just do it by batch. So it ends up just being by batch.
Fair enough.
Unless we just do it like a day late on, like if you get it a day early on YouTube sort of thing.
Yeah. It's much
Okay,
easier
but
for me. On
Just another
Spotify.
jab at Perry. It's a video podcast.
So
We
would
love
this
you,
be a talk
Perry.
show?
Hold on. Let's preface
We
this
miss
by
you.
all of this is
We
a
miss
joke.
you.
We miss you. We love you. We want you to
Yeah.
come back. we just gotta poke. We just gotta have fun.
Yeah.
It's like, why isn't Max
so-
here?
So would this be a talk show? Because I have YouTube Premium, which means I can turn off my screen and still hear the audio.
So fun
would
fact,
this
you
be a
don't
talk
actually
show
need YouTube
until
Premium?
I turn off my phone.
Fair.
You don't
Would
need
it be
it.
a podcast when I can't see the screen? Like if I get up and walk away and have it play through the speaker, is it a podcast when I can't see it? But then when I can see our faces, is it then a talk show again? How's that work?
Perry's whole point has left the chat at this
What
point.
if I just
It's
download
gone.
the
It's
MP3
gone.
file for this episode? YouTube to MP3. Don't even download the video and then listen to that locally on my device. Is that a podcast? Is that
I'm
a talk
muting
show
Ryan.
podcast?
Here, actually, if I just minimize this, is it now a podcast?
Haha.
Yeah, let's close Discord. Wait, no, not close Discord. No, just- Caleb's like, wait, no, the cameras don't.
But yeah.
I could just start
I just-
sharing my screen to throw it all off.
Oh, let's not do that.
That would be funny.
But we love you, Perry. We want you back. We just had to poke fun. But
Platypus.
Yeah,
so whenever you follow her, it goes Perry.
Yeah.
It's great.
I followed her when she wasn't live.
Oh, sad panda.
Well,
Okay, back when I used to stream on Twitch, somebody did that to me, and it scared the shit out of me because it played the follower noise through my TV, which was turned up like at max volume because I was listening to a video that was really quiet, but I still had OBS open. And then the follower noise plays at full blast through my speakers at like 1 a.m. as I'm falling asleep on the couch upstairs, and it scared the shit out of me.
See, here's the thing. When she starts streaming, I'm waking up to go the fuck to work.
Yeah, and see, it's the same thing for me. That's why I just listen to it, because most of her streaming nowadays is just chatting. So they talk, like one day they did, she did anonymous confessions. So there was like this Google form that you can fill out that just submitted anonymous confessions, and she would just like talk about them like from a psychological point of view, and it was really fun.
Valorant.
No, but the next stream is on Monday, 7 a.m. I'm not even awake yet.
I get up at about 8, but then
Same here.
I get on my computer and
Well, me
play
too,
a game
but-
or do
no, but she-
classwork until my shift starts.
She streams like 4 hours at a time.
Yeah, so there are also shorter streams. Well, actually, that's not true. Her last one was 5 hours and 17 minutes. That's not
Yeah.
No.
So, but yes,
We miss
let's
you.
talk. We miss you. We want you to come back. Baby, come back. You can blame it all. Oh,
Shut up,
baby.
Caleb. Yeah, it's Caleb's fault, 100%.
Hey, I actually found
It's
out.
totally not everything.
He asked her
see-
about her feet. That's why she left.
I forgot about that. Oh my god.
I completely forgot
That had
about that.
completely left my brain.
So for context, if you haven't seen that episode, it's like literally called like Small Feet and some other things. We even made a
And some
short.
other things.
We even made a short about it. But Ryan made a comment about having size 15 shoe, and she couldn't even imagine, like she couldn't even comprehend how big that was because she has a size 2. And she's like, my feet are disproportionate. I end up falling over most of the time. And Ryan just loses it. And I'm like, okay, for fear of going to Wiki Feet, just all I wanted to do was see the size of her shoe, like compared to her hand or a mouse.
Right.
But like, no, she's just like, yeah, I'm not putting my feet on camera.
And then she left. Yeah, hardcore parkour and tiny feet.
Yeah, she didn't
episode
leave.
5.
Yeah, she didn't leave until like episode 10 or something.
And it's because she had all that stuff going on with her whole project.
Because she realized what Kalyb was asking for and said, nah, I'm out.
This neckbeard wants to see my feet. I'm out.
She is helping with an upcoming project that you two know about that no one else knows about. So
that's good. I'm excited about
just
that.
saying. But no. What was I gonna say? Fuck you! You kind of mistracked me.
Okay, well, hold on. I do want to say something. Did you guys see the tweet from the 6 Days team about the video that they said it was the first but they disclosed that it was the first of.
Yeah, they were the only one that did that.
Were they supposed to disclose the fact that there's more coming?
They were not.
Because I saw that, I'm like, Kalyb, did you tell more? Like,
no, they got the entire proposal. But it was the marketing team that was like, this is the first in the project. And I was like, fuck. It's like, no one was supposed to know that.
But now
just in case it fell through. But now we're gotta do it. Shit.
Homer Simpson.
So,
that hurt my throat.
If, I know only a select few watch to the 58-minute mark that we're at now.
No one does. Don't lie.
So no, I've seen
that one
the
person
analytics.
is me.
And
that one person's me. I just leave it running in the background.
And my
on
dad.
mute.
I have to go to work.
Yeah.
But yes,
Boo,
it is
you
a
suck.
3-part series, but the other 2 parts aren't coming out anytime soon. They take a lot of legwork and
No, they
holy hell. But we did find an executive producer for one of the parts. So
Okay, that's cool.
Ooh.
we got some
Also,
funding
who's
coming
Floating
in.
Door?
Floating Door is
Oh,
the
Echo Point Nova
musician,
music, isn't it?
the musician behind Echo Point Nova and Severed Steel.
Yeah, I was just looking at the description. I was like, oh, hey,
Yeah, because
Floating Door. Clicked on it and went, oh,
he
I didn't know.
he supplies the music for all of our videos, all of our documentaries.
Oh, shit, really?
We got the permission to use the Severed Steel and Echo Point Nova soundtrack for anything that we do. So
Now, how does Matt feel about that?
he's perfectly fine with it.
Hey, perfect.
Yeah,
How is Matt? I haven't heard
asked
from him.
Matt. I haven't heard from him since we released the video on Severed Steel. I sent him the comments where it was like, dude, this is freaking awesome. Like, he said it made his day, and then I just haven't heard from him since. But the Echo
He's
Point
also
Nova,
busy.
yeah, he is
Wow,
also
busy,
really
man.
busy. But the Echo Point Nova demo just got a huge update,
Yeah, I saw that.
so that's pretty tight, pretty sick. All right, Ryan, let's talk about your Starfield glitches. Hey, I'm trying to be as white as this camera's making me look. Okay.
I'm looking at the comments of the Severed Steel,
Mm-hmm.
and I see Floating Door said, thanks for checking out the game. Your dad said, very well done. And then Ryan, this really is a video.
Ryan is notorious for that.
Dude, there's a channel that I watch on YouTube. His name's Javiv, I think, and then he makes video titles like Starfield really is one of the games of all time. And I just think it's so funny, like the broken English. Like, wow, this really is a video. They're just like, well, yeah. But Starfield bugs I've encountered several times. I think the biggest bug that I encountered was NPCs just deciding to float away.
But
Like, I walked up to
hold on.
Ryujin headquarters.
Let's set this with a disclosure. You are using mods.
I'm not using any gameplay altering mods.
No, but mods at all.
You're welcome.
I just want to state, like, the glitch that I got is from vanilla game. No mods whatsoever have touched the
The
files.
glitch that I got is also from vanilla game because it's happened to me before mods and also after adding the mods. And when I say mods, I have one. It just makes the colors not look super washed out.
Natural LUTs. Not natural sluts. I saw that as a joke in the video.
Natural.
I had to steal it. I'm trying to think of the...
Kyle's got more mods than I do, probably.
I've got like 55.
What?
Why?
The game's been out for 10 days.
So the reason is, if you go to Nexus and you go to Collections and you see Constellation by V2, I'm running that. It now has 55 mods. I'm going to update it.
So he has one mod. It's just a pack of mods.
Yeah, it's a collection. So it's mostly like game fixes, like tweaks, cleaned up UI, stuff like that. And also a couple of them that I have disabled right now that like change how the game plays. There's one that has enemy friendly fire, but that requires a script extender. So I'm not running into the script extender stuff right now because it's a little buggy.
Yeah.
But and like no vignette on the galaxy map or tweaks to photo mode and stuff like that. I have those enabled because they make the game look cleaner. And honestly, they don't change very much about the actual story.
I would love to see.
It's mostly like texture mods that I'm running.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the character's name.
Sarah Morgan.
It's not Heller, but it starts with an H.
Oh,
It's
Hadrian?
Is it Hadrian?
It's the guy
female.
at the...
No, the female.
Oh.
Yeah. You meet her later on in the game, but there was a bug that I had where I had to restart the mission like 3 times. She kept spawning under the floor.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And I could not deliver the sample to her. The girl that you meet when you fight the very first Terramorph. That person.
Oh, Hadrian?
I don't know if that's her name.
That's Doctor. It's the black lady.
Yeah, it is Hadrian. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Hadrian.
Yeah, Hadrian Sannon. She kept spawning under the fucking floor.
That's unfortunate.
I haven't had a single massive bug with anything questable. Actually, I had one.
Mine were mostly side story issues.
Well, so mine was during a pivotal point in the story that I don't want to spoil, but it's a massive story plot where you have to decide to either stay at the lodge or go to the Eye.
Yeah.
And for me, I decided to go to the Eye, and then when it was time to go back to the lodge, I couldn't. And so I had to jump out of the system. I had to jump out of the system and then come back, and then that resolved it. But I'm like, I looked at Reddit to find the solution because I'm like, I am in the middle of a story mission. I'm locked. I can't do anything else until I'm done with this quest. This is a massive turning point in the story, and the game just went, you can't land here.
All right, who's your favorite companion?
It has to be for him, Sarah Morgan, because that's his wife. So,
well, actually, my answer is Vasco. I just married Sarah for the achievement.
Imagine telling your wife. Yeah, I was about to say, imagine telling your wife, like, hey, fuck you, I just married you for the achievement.
Isn't that
what marriage is? You just marry for the tax cut? What'd you say? What'd you say, Caleb?
Hey, what?
What'd you say?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say anything.
But dude, after you reach maximum companionship level with her, you like occasionally when you sleep, and this is another bug too, like the beds are all twin beds. And so I got the property
Not all of them.
Are you sure? Because all the beds for me are that I can put in my apartment that I got in New Atlantis are super, super small.
Oh yeah, because he didn't get the dream home.
No, he's not. You haven't gotten far enough to have the ability to use the full size beds. Because I have a queen size bed.
Like so it's
in the
like
apartment.
a skill for like outpost construction or something. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
There are so many freaking skills in this game.
Oh my
Holy
God.
shit!
Why do you think the level cap's 350 something?
Are you serious?
Well, that moves into spoilers with the way I haven't finished the game, but I have got a pretty good idea of how New Game Plus works, and
no,
I think your skills carry over every single time you complete the story.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
As well
I don't want to
as
spoil that.
as well as your ship and all of your inventory. Yes,
That's cool. But any extra inventory doesn't carry over. So if you have like stuff on the walls at an apartment in the game, or like
that, I'm not
I think
sure
it'll
of.
disappear. Also, don't use weapon racks inside ships.
well,
There is that bug. Holy hell!
See, I'm having a different bug. For some people, they're putting weapons on racks in their ships, and the weapons are disappearing. For me, it's not even letting me put my weapons.
I can put
there's
weapons
three
on
sides
racks.
of it.
I can
There's
put
3 sides. Fuck you, Caleb.
no,
and all
fuck
the
you.
weapons go in your cargo hold though after
Yeah.
they disappear from the rack.
So that's one of them. The other
don't-
one is they just straight up fucking disappear. And the third
Yeah,
one
they
is it
only
doesn't
do
work.
that after they only do that after I change the ship in any way, shape, or form, though.
I've encountered 1 and 3 on the Mantis where I couldn't put anything. I was texting Caleb about this the other night. Like I couldn't put anything on the. I got a whole array of old Earth weapons that I wanted to decorate the ship with, and I couldn't. And it said like you can't add to this thing, and it's all of the inventory in my ship too. It's not just the weapon racks, it's the weapon cases, it's the helmet and jetpack like displays. It's everything, and I don't know why.
Yeah, that is weird.
Very, very annoying.
Also,
but I can hang
fuck
things
Barrett.
up in my other ships.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Barrett.
I think he's really funny. He's kind of an asshole, but I think he's really funny.
He says the
Ryan, how
same
far are
shit
you in the game?
constantly.
So I finished the mission where you find out who a specific group of people really are. I'm trying to avoid spoilers.
Okay.
But I finished that mission. I met with them on their ship, and then after
That's why I
that-
said fuck Barrett.
Oh, no, it's different. It's different for me.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it
my
is.
camera died.
Yeah, it's different for every person.
My camera died.
Aw.
Nice.
Hold on. Let me get my C920 out. Keep talking.
Well, we can kind of
Yeah, we're near the end of it now.
yeah.
The adoring fan.
Yeah, the adoring fan's kind of an interesting character.
Okay, hold on.
I just leave him on the ship for the memes.
I didn't pick that trait, but Kyle, the reason it's different for you and me is because we saved different
Exactly.
people during that mission. So
Yeah. All right,
The
but we're at
person-
the end of the podcast, right? We're at an hour
Yeah,
and
we are.
7.
yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna stop recording now.
Hold on, no. We gotta tell people goodbye.
Yeah.
God,
All right.
you act like we
Final
just
question.
started this.
Yeah, fuck you.
Final question, guys. I want to hear an honest verdict on a 1 to 10 scale. What do you think Starfield is after playing it for a little while?
Is okay.
I
It's
agree with
Skyrim in
I.
space.
I can
man's
agree with IGN. I can agree with IGN with their 7 to 10.
7 out of 10.
I think it's like an 8.
Well,
I don't think it's anything super revolutionary, but for a Bethesda game, it's a very big step in the right direction towards Elder Scrolls 6. I think comparatively to Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, it's massively improved, and the
By
Elder Scrolls
far.
Online.
my
I
biggest
think
thing is the story just doesn't
the
draw me
marketing.
in.
See, I love anything to do with space. So just the fact that this is a game that happens to take place with space as the backdrop, not
Excellent.
necessarily a space exploration game, but like because this is a game with space as the backdrop, I love the story.
I
Yeah,
do have
because
one thing that I'm not a big fan of.
No vehicles.
Space combat.
Space combat is okay.
It is ass. What are you talking about?
It's mid.
It's too slow
not-
for me.
Okay, I'm coming from playing Star Citizen
Okay, well
to
then
playing
you
this.
have-
The flight mechanic is ass.
I fly with controller. It's good enough for me. I do everything else keyboard and mouse, but when it comes to flying, I have to use the controller because flying with
Yeah.
mouse and keyboard is.
I fly with mouse and keyboard, but that's also from playing Star Citizen before I had joystick. But the flight mechanic is garbage.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the flying. It's just too fucking slow for me. My biggest
it really
complaint is like, why can't we have a perk that, with as many fucking perks as in this game, that doesn't give us the ability to have like a nano machine speeder bike that just hovers?
Yeah,
For planets.
Something planet side. Come on.
Yeah, like you land, and the objective that you were supposed to land at is like 1,000 meters away, and now you just
So
do.
the
It's
game
never
has been out
1,000
for 5
meters
days, right?
Yeah.
Technically, 5 days to the public. Whenever you're doing anything where you need to travel on a planet, it's fucking awful to
Yeah.
travel more than 300 meters.
That's pretty much exactly what I said. Like
It is
at
god
300 meters,
fucking
it's not
awful.
that bad.
Yeah.
But like what I do is like I just throw on something on a second screen while I walk to the destination. Unless
It's worse than Death Stranding.
Yeah, at least Death Stranding had like something to break up the monotony of walking on a flat plane. Like you
Exactly.
had to
But
use ropes and ladders
No.
to get over like
The
canyons or
temples, dude, the temples. Some of them are a couple hundred meters away. There was one that's 1,300 meters from my ship.
I have never encountered that.
neither
It's
have I.
like the second to last one. Good luck.
Okay. Yeah. But like
It sucks.
the only planets that I don't care, and Caleb and I were talking about this, are the ones with life, like with animals and creatures and things to discover.
Because-
But the problem is that's such a small percentage of the overall planets in the game. It's 10 out of 1,000.
Yeah, but I think
So-
that's literally because the life and all of that breaks up the monotony, right? Like you there's something to see, there's something to explore, but whenever it's just a moon, all you have are rocks and just
Now, still, I'm a little bit of an exception to y'all because I have always
y'all.
absolutely adored space. So even if it is a random moon in the middle of nowhere and there's nothing going on, I'm still really enjoying the visuals.
This guy says that he's different. My name is literally Space Knot.
Okay, yeah, true. Yeah, I've always been fascinated by space. Like
I
Star
literally will
Wars,
play any space game that
Interstellar,
comes
yeah.
out.
I mean, I guess that is true. But the thing that
The fuck?
I really love about Starfield though is just
Kneecap.
like the real RPG elements that are in this game and the decisions you can make seem to have some sort of impact on the world around you. And there are a lot of things that I wish that, like, I think one of the biggest immersion breakers for me is
Loading screens.
crowds don't react when you shoot your gun in the middle of a city.
Oh,
just
they
kinda
do when
keep
you
walking.
accidentally press G.
Well, because you send shrapnel flying everywhere. If I shoot a 50 Beowulf gun in the middle of a crowded city, everybody just keeps walking like it's normal.
The only time they react is when there's actual combat between you and someone else.
Yeah, and it's so weird because like I can take out my gun and point it at somebody, and like in Skyrim, they'd say like, "You better put that thing away. It's dangerous to approach a guard with your weapon drawn." They don't even acknowledge it in Starfield.
At least I'm not walking around with my cock out. No.
What?
What?
This isn't House Party. This is Starfield.
Sir, this is a fucking Wendy's, and this has been Joystick Junkies. So I hope all of you have a wonderful day.
I want to try some chunks.
As always, this has been Kyle. This
As sometimes
this
this is
person
Ryan.
this
He's, like,
person
up-
over
up
here
there.
that is
My
going
camera died.
into digital blackface is
He is the
Whoa.
podcast.
Ryan.
He has no video.
Whoa!
Digital blackface. Damn.
Yikes!
Hey Ryan, smile real quick.
My camera died. Okay,
Love you, Ryan.
make fun
whenever
of motherfuckers. Sick.
whenever
I see
you
who-
can whenever you can only make our show once a year. But I'm sorry, I gotta
My
give you
work
shit.
conflicts with schedule. If we record later in the day or earlier in the day, I could do it.
Bye, guys.
No, okay.
No, hunk shoe.
I want to try some
I'm
chunks,
stopping the
cheesecake.
recording. Stopping the recording.
Why?
Why? Number 15 chunks.
Yeah.